everyone. Well, for those of you that go to the church that post these videos and that I attend, they know that this epic thing we did every week called Clan Wars, which was just super fun and super hype, ended, and that was yesterday. And so throughout those weeks, I was just on like super spiritual high, which means just like feel so loved by God and just super joyful and like everything is gonna be okay and everything is going great. But now that it's done, we might feel like that high just ends. And then you're just left with this feeling like, what do I do now? Like, I know that God loves me and this and that and all the good truths, but you're just like, I don't feel it. The high's not there anymore. Like, what do I do? But one time, my friend told me this: the high never stops. We just stop feeling it. And I'm like, okay, like that's interesting to think about, isn't it? But then as I did start thinking about it more, I'm like, whoa, that is so true, because what is the spiritual high? It's the just immense feeling of being loved. And guys, God's love never stops. He is always loving us 24/7, 365 days a year, all the time. But we might not feel it all the time. So, I don't know. I just found this epic verse that goes along with that, because the Bible is always the best explainer. As I like to say. And this is 1 Corinthians 13. I'm going to read a couple verses in there. It's a great passage, though. The whole thing is just on love and everything about it. So, I encourage you to read that. But in verse 8, it says, love never fails. It never fails us, guys. God's love, which is like the truest, most purest love there is, will never fail us. And then it also says, and after that it's talking about like things that will end and things that as time goes on might not keep going. And then it says, and now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. And I read the NIV version, but I love how the NLT version says. And it says, three things will last forever. Last forever. Faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love. Guys, those things last forever. And like I said in the last video, we can't even wrap our minds around forever. Oh, but they will. They truly, truly will. So guys, it says here in the Bible, it says in other places too, I'm sure of it, that his love never fails and that his love lasts forever. So whether we feel it or not, that means it's still there, right? And that is so important, because that means whether we're in the mountaintops or the valleys, like Lakota was talking about, we know God is there. Whether we have that spiritual high and we're going to church every week and seeing our friends and just like, yes, 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 or whether we're not able to make it to church or the events have ended and maybe we're super busy so we can't see our friends, God still loves us. All right, guys, well, even though it is sad because Clan Wars has ended, we can still have that joy and all of that amazing stuff that comes with the never-ending love, guys. So I encourage you, try to hold on to that and try to just live in God's joy, because it is possible. And so, who wouldn't want to do that, right? All right, see you guys later.